भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरये। शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयं तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सताम्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 18, verses 27 to 31. Verse 27. एवं पृथ्वादया पृथ्वीम् अन्नादा स्वन्नम् आत्मनः दोहवत्सादि भेदेन क्षीरभेदं कुरुद्वः. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Vidura, chief of the Kurus, in this way King Prudu and all others who subsist on food created different types of cows and milked out their respective eatables. Thus they received their various foodstuffs which are symbolized as milk. Verse 28. ततो महीपतिः प्रीताः सर्वकामा दुगां पृथुः दुहित्वे चकारे मां प्रेम्णा दुहित वत्सलः. Translation. Therefore, King Prutu was very satisfied with the planet Earth, for she sufficiently supplied all food to various living entities. Thus, he developed an affection for the planet Earth just as she were his own daughter. Verse 29. Churnayam swadvanuskotya girikutani rajarat bhumandalam idam vainya prayaschakre samam vibhu. Translation. After this, the king of all kings, Maharaj Prudu, leveled all rough places on the surface of the globe by breaking up the hills with the strength of his bow. By his grace, the surface of the globe almost became flat. Generally, the mountainous and hilly portions of the earth are made flat by the striking of thunderbolts. Generally, this is the business of King Indra of the heavenly planet. But King Prudu, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, did not wait for the King Indra to break up the hills and mountains, but did so himself by using his strong bow. Verse 30, text 30. अतास्मिन् भगवान् वैन्या प्रजानां वृत्तिधा पिता निवासान् कल्पयां चक्रे तत्र तत्र यथार्हतः. To all the citizens of the state, King Prutu was so as good as father. Thus, he was visibly engaged in giving them proper subsistence and proper employment for subsistence. After leaving the surface of the globe, he earmarked different places for residential quarters in as much as they were desirable. Verse 31. Graman pura patanani दुर्गानि विविधानि च घोषान् व्रजान् ससिस्बीरान् आकरान् केतकर्वतान्. In this way, the king founded many types of villages, settlements, towns, and built forts, residences for cowherd men, stables for animals, places for royal camps, mining places, agricultural towns, and mountain villages. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hari Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I like to seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas and thank you for giving me this opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for shortcomings. So I'm going to summarize from the couple of lectures I followed on the YouTube. And uh, with that, we are in the chapter 18. I think last few verses, I think today we are concluding the one of the verses with how Prudu and others milk the cow, milk the earth, symbolized as a cow. And I think verses 29 to 32 talk about, how establishment of plant city by Prudu Maharaj. So I think here one way to understand is, you know, as different milkmans, here earth was symbolized as a cow, and the, Prudu Maharaj, was a milkman, milk the as herbs and grains, just with the Vedic hymns. And here we need to understand how, it's like allegory, and the main thing is, earth was uh, symbolized as a cow. So it's meant, the way to understand is how each one extracted things from the different things from the mother earth, and also to do that one has to be an expert. So even if somebody has to mine the earth for some minerals and other things, we need some expert to how do we extract those minerals from the earth. So similarly each one, so earth is giving everything to the people or animals or living entities for as per their needs and for their subsistence. So here, so that way, every one is earth is a source for everybody to give their food or for the sustenance. And and here it's, that's why there all this Prudu Maharaj and all others mentioned above created different types of cows and milk out of their respective desirable. So and this earth supplied every one their respective food. And here in the verse 28, Prudu Maharaj, treats Mother Earth as his daughter, as he is very satisfied with the earth, and he developed the affection towards the earth as if she were her own daughter. And here Prabhu was in the lecture comparing how one can be responsible and also proactive. So in the verse 29, Prudu Maharaj makes the earth flock. Usually it's the Indra's duty to um, say as in the for Srila Prabhupada mentioned, generally it's a business of King Indra, of heavenly planet, but King Prudu, an incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, did not wait for Indra to, break up the hills and mountains, but he did so simply by using his strong bow. So here it's like in our spiritual life, how we can, what we can understand is how one has to take a proactiveness in serving Krishna and doing our sadhana without waiting. So there was a example, one story, Prabhu was telling in the lecture where there's a lazy farmer. He doesn't want to farm or he doesn't want to work on it. So he let his brother, ask his brother to go and do the farming, and brother said, "No, I cannot do it." Then a lazy farmer asked his son to do it, and his son cannot do it. I said, even I don't want to do it. Then it went for the birds and the animals to take care of it. So here it's like, it tells the how laziness can lead to the things. So but here King Tudu didn't wait for Indra to do his job, and for welfare of everybody, with just touch of the bow, he leveled the hills, the earth almost flat. So that way, even one has to be a proactive in the spiritual sadhana. When Prabhupada came at the age of 70, he single-handedly, without much support, and not everybody, not many people follow the culture and Krishna consciousness here, but he still took the step and established the Krishna consciousness and the devotees whom he met there. Within few months, Prabhupada even did a Radha Yatra. So everybody kept proactively helping and doing these things. And in the coming to the next verse, um, and verse 30. I think verse 30 and 31, so here Prudhu Maharaj, supplies as a supplies, to all the citizens of the state. King Prudu was as good as a father. He visibly engaged in giving them proper substance and proper employment and leveling the surface of the globe. And verse 31 talks about how King founded, Prudu Maharaj founded many types of village, settlements, towns, and all. So it tells like, even that age, King Prudu has done, city planning or country planning. And also there, the ruler employed everyone, given everybody, their things to do and for the sustenance and all. So here, if you look at the current state affairs, where the rulers are not pure and they're not serving this for their for their country or people. Many of them they're more selfish, and also they are doing a different means to rule the kingdom, and also the planning and all. So it's all in this Kali Yuga. There's always shortage of the food because not people are not following the shastras, or they're not giving following the shastras, and also they are doing this all these things for their own self gratification and not treating the earth and nature properly. So and if So in this chapter, basically talks about the consequence of ungodly human behavior. When humans are ungodly and don't care for animals and nature and on killing the animals, they compensate for the poor grain production, and this leads to the world where there is no one is satisfied. Especially in Kali Yuga, people forget the Lord Vishnu and act for their own sense gratification. And what are the consequences? This leads to poverty, lack of grain, fruits and flowers, and lack of peace in the society. And this chapter also talks about the importance of yajna. Yajna is the process which distributes the wealth equally and restricts the sense gratification. And doing the regular yajna makes this world peaceful and prosperous. So for the age of Kali, the prescribed yajna is the Sankirtan yajna, and as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this 500 years ago, to perform the Sankirtan Yajna and teach us, and his wish was, Sankirtan Yajna will happen in every town and village for next 10,000 years. And it's also mentioned about the nature of the ghost in this chapter, how, ghosts have um, only intelligence, mind, and ego, but they cannot have anything physical body. So this create a disturbance because they want a material satisfaction. So family members can offer oblation to Vishnu to help this ghost attain the physical bodies. And as we read about, if for this age, serving the Vishnu and offering the prasadam to Vishnu, I think all the is as good as offering the oblation to forefathers as well. So with this, I can conclude, and please forgive me for any shortcomings. Vanchakalpatarubhascha, Upasindubhyavacha.